Welcome to lecture number 35 of the series Unreal Engine 5.1 for Archviz, and in this lecture we'll download free models from cgtrader.com and then we'll use those models for this bedroom. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, let me select all of the objects to adjust the scale of this bed. Okay, I'll go into the modeling mode. First, let me set the pivot point at the bottom. Let's go back into the selection mode and let's scale this down. Yeah, okay, I think this size is okay. Yes. Let's now go into CG Trader and download the models for this bedroom. Okay, so this is the first model that we'll download from CG Trader. I'll download the blend file and the textures. You can also download the FBX file if you want. Okay, let's extract these textures. Let's open this blend file. Okay, so this is the model that will export in FBX, and then we'll import that model in Unreal Engine. But first, let's go into the materials preview. Yes, and as indicated by this pink color, we can see that we have some missing materials and textures. So what I'll do is I'll go into this file option and I'll select this missing files option. Okay, I'll select the textures folder and I'll find the missing files. Okay, and it has found the missing textures of some objects, but I can still see some objects with missing textures. We'll deal with this issue inside Unreal Engine. Okay, for now just select everything and export this in FBX. I'll select everything, I'll press Q on my keyboard and I'll export this model in FBX. Okay, yeah, let's rename this as cupboard. I'll check this box. Okay, let's go back in Unreal. I'll go into my 3D models folder. Let's create a new folder. I'll rename this folder as bedroom underscore items. Okay, let's open this folder and I'll create another folder. And let's now import that FBX file. Yeah, I'll save everything because I don't want Unreal Engine to crash. Okay, so I have successfully saved all of the files. It may take some time depending on the speed of your processor. Okay, anyways, let's enlarge the content browser window and I can see that I have textures, static meshes and materials all over my content browser in this folder. Okay, so to make things easier, what I can do is I can enable this static mesh filter and it will filter out all of my static meshes in that particular folder. You can add this filters function in your content browser by clicking on this icon. Okay, similarly, if I want to filter out my textures or my materials, all I have to do is just enable that particular filter and it will filter out that particular file in your content browser. Okay, similarly, I'll filter out my static meshes. Now I'll press Ctrl A on my keyboard and I'll bring them into my scene. Okay, I'll press E on my keyboard and I'll rotate this on Z axis by 90. Let me delete this object. I'll select this one and I'll just delete it. Okay. Now I'll select all of these objects. I'll press Shift on my keyboard. I'll select everything. Okay. First of all, let's set the pivot point at the bottom. Okay, let's go back into the selection mode. And now I'll select Alt End on my keyboard to snap the pivot point of all of these objects at the bottom. Okay, let's move them to a different folder. I'll rename this folder as cupboard. Okay, yeah. Let's save everything. Okay, so I'll select these two objects. Let's hide them. Okay, and now I'll select these static meshes and let's move them on y-axis. Yeah, okay. Similarly, I'll select this one and I'll fractionally move this on y-axis. Yeah, okay. Yes. Let's now search for this kitchen cabinets material. Okay. Let's select this one. I'll create a copy and let's apply this material on this object. I'll rename this as cabinets, bedroom cabinets. Okay. Let's open this material and let's bring down the base color to 0.6. Let's try 0.5. Yeah, I think 0.5 is good. Now what I'll do is I'll just select this object. Let me bring down the camera speed. I'll open this select menu and I'll select this option, select all with same material. And now Unreal will select all of the objects with the same material. I can just press this arrow icon to apply this material on all of these objects. Okay. Yes. Similarly, I'll select this object. Okay. And let's open the select menu and I'll select this option, select all with same material. And I think it is the only one with the same material. Let's select this one. I'll open the select menu and let's select all of the objects with the same material. Yeah. And now I can apply any material I want. First, let me search for this material. Okay. And let's now select this one. Let's select all of the objects with the same material. Yeah. Okay. Let's create a copy. And I'll apply this material on all of these objects by clicking on this arrow. Okay. Similarly, I'll select this one. I'll open my select menu. I'll select everything with the same material. This one actually. Yeah. Let's select everything. Yeah. And now I can apply this material on all of these objects. Yes. Let's apply this material on this object. And let me move this on y-axis. Yeah. Now I'll select all of them. Okay. Let's move them on y-axis and on x-axis. Yeah. Okay. Yes. If you don't like the materials of these clothes, you can open Megaskin's library and download a few fabric textures for these clothes. Okay. Let's select everything. And I think I should scale this down. Yeah, let's scale this down. Yeah, this looks better. So let's go back in CG Trader and I'll download another model. Okay. Okay, so I've opened this scene in CG Trader and I want to use this chair in my bedroom. Okay, so I'll just download the FBX file. Okay, so this is the FBX file that we just downloaded. I'll open Blender to import this FBX file because I only want to export the chair for Unreal Engine. You can do the same thing in 3ds Max as well. Okay, I'll open Blender and let's import that FBX file. Make sure you uncheck this box. Okay, let's delete these exterior walls. Okay, yeah. Now I'll select this chair. Okay, and I'll press Q on my keyboard and I'll export this chair in FBX. I'll select my Blender to Unreal preset. Make sure you uncheck this box. Let's rename this as chair and I'll export this FBX file. I'll go back in Unreal Engine and let's create a new folder. I'll rename this as 2 and let's import that FBX file. I'll import everything. And now I'll select all of these objects and I'll bring them into my scene. Yeah, okay. Let's first go into the modeling mode and set the pivot point of these objects at the bottom. And now let's scale this up. Yes. Let's move this on X and Y axis. I'll rotate this on Z. Yeah, and I think this is the perfect position for this chair. Maybe let's place it right here. Yeah, okay. Maybe fractionally scale this down. Yeah, I think this is okay. Yes. Let's save everything. Let me first uncheck this one, okay? Yeah. Let's search for this material in the content browser. I'll create a copy by pressing Ctrl D and now I'll apply this material on this chair, okay? Let's open this material instance. I think it looks okay. Yeah. Let's search for this material instance and let me reset the LP2 controls. Okay. You can keep them if you want, but I'll just reset it. Let's create a copy and let's apply this material on these legs. Let's open this material instance and maybe bring down the tile size to 0.01. Let's adjust the rotation angle. Let's bring down the camera speed. Let me separate these static meshes. Okay, I'll go into the modeling mode. Okay, I'll go into the split option. Let's search for this static mesh in the content browser and I'll accept this change. Okay, yeah. Let's search for this material instance. Let's create a copy by pressing Ctrl D. I'll apply this material instance on this object and let's adjust the rotation angle. Yeah, I think this is okay. Let's apply this material on this object. Maybe let's create another one. Let's adjust the rotation angle. Yeah, I think this is okay. Yeah. Let's search for this material. Okay. And I'll create a copy of this material. Let's apply this material on this one. Okay. I'll increase the roughness to maybe, let's try 0.5. Yeah, I think 0.36 is okay. Yes. And let's bring down the base color. Yeah. I'll press OK. Let's apply this material on these objects. Yeah. I'll save everything. And let's go back in CG Trader to download another model. Okay. Okay, so this is the model that we'll download today for our bedroom. I'll download this zip file. Let's extract this file. Okay. It's a 3ds Max file. Let's open this file. Let's convert the scene. And now I'll select this 3D model and I'll export this by using Datasmith. I'll rename this as TV underscore table. Okay. Let's go back in Unreal Engine and let's create a new folder. And let's import the Datasmith file. Okay. I'll open my outliner and let's delete these actors. Yeah, and now I'll select all of these objects. Let's move them to a different folder. I'll rename this as TV underscore table. Okay. And now I'll select all of these objects and let's bring them into our bedroom. Okay. Let me rotate this on Z axis. I think I mistakenly selected my chair as well. Okay. Yeah. Let's select this chair. And I'll move this into a different folder. Let's rename this as chair. Okay. Let's put it out. Yeah. And now I can select my TV table and let's bring it into our bedroom. Okay. First of all, as usual, let's go into the modeling mode and let's set the pivot point of these objects at the bottom. I'll go back into the selection mode. I'll rotate this on Z axis. Yeah, okay. And let's move this on X axis. And I'll press Alt N on my keyboard to snap the midpoint of these objects at the bottom. Let's move it on Y. Yeah, and I think I should scale this up. Yes. Let's delete this one. And these objects as well, because we'll download these fruits from Megaskins library. Okay. Yeah. Let me select these objects. Similarly, I'll select these two. Let's move them on X axis. Let's select this one. Yeah. Let's now search for this material. And I'll apply this material on these objects. Yeah, okay. Similarly, let's apply this material on this one. Maybe this one. Yeah. Let's try these material on these classes. Similarly, I'll select this one. Let's go into the living room and I'll search for this material in my content browser. Okay, and let's create a copy. Let's apply this material on these objects. Let me scale down 0.01. No, let's try 0.5, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. I'll delete this one. Let's save everything. Yeah. Okay. Let's search for this material and I'll apply this material on this object. Okay, yeah. Let's go back in CG Trader and look for another model. Okay, so this is the model of a TV that will download for our TV table. So let's download the FBX file. I'll open Unreal Engine and let's create a new folder. I'll rename this folder as 4. Okay, and let's import the FBX file of the TV. Okay, let's select all of these objects and I'll bring them into my scene. Let's rotate this on Z-axis. Let's place this TV on our table. Let's go into the modeling mode and I'll set the pivot point of this object at the bottom. Let's pull this down on Z-axis. I think I should scale this down. Let's save everything. Okay, let's go into the bathroom and I'll search for this material. Yeah, okay. Let's create a copy. And I'll apply this material on these objects. Yeah. And let's search for this material in the content browser. Okay, let's create a copy. I'll rename this material as plastic. I'll open this material. Let's apply this material on this mesh. Let's increase the roughness. Yeah, I think this is fine. Let's bring down the specular. Maybe bring this up a little. Yeah. Let's bring down the base color to maybe 0.01. Yeah, okay. Yes. I'll save this material. And let's apply this material on this one. And on this one as well. For now in this video, I'm not applying any sort of material on this screen. We'll apply a video material which will allow us to watch a real-time video on this TV. Okay. So for now, I'm just gonna leave it as it is. Yeah. So let's now open CG Trader and download the final model that we're gonna use for this bedroom. Okay. Okay, so this is the last model that we'll download in today's lecture. Let's download the FBX file. Let's open bedroom items folder. And I'll create a new folder. And let's import that FBX file. Okay. I'll bring this model into the scene. Okay. Let's rotate this on Z-axis. And I'll scale this down. Yeah, okay. Let's move this chair. No, let's keep it as it is. Let's move this maybe like here. Yeah. You can keep this material if you want, but I'm gonna search for this material in my content browser. And let's create a copy. And let's apply this material on this object. Okay. Let's open this material instance. And maybe bring down the tile size back to 1. Yeah, I think this is okay. Let me decrease the roughness. Let's try 0.6. I'll increase the specular to 1. Yeah. Yes. Let's save everything. Okay, so now our bedroom looks much better. So yes, I think that's it for this lecture, and in the next lecture, we'll apply our video material on this screen, which will allow us to watch a video on this TV in real time. Okay, so yes, I'll see you guys in the next one.